Alright, today we're going to be playing Barb's level because he made another level. For some reason, he decided to play Mario Maker 2 again. But we all know why, guys. Alright, you got to keep your creativity on the toes for when Mario Maker 3 comes out. So that's why he made this, right? Alright, guys. Maybe I should turn off comments. There's a Hello Panga comment. Dude, this is Barb's level. How do you know I was going to play this? Alright, goodbye, comments. We are playing this blind. So we'll see how long it takes. Hopefully less than an hour. I don't even know if this will be on YouTube. YouTube. Dang. Oh, we're starting out quick, huh? With coin blocks, okay. Didn't expect that in the first screen. Usually it's like, you know, a few more seconds into the... How do I avoid this? I'll do a little left right. I guess it's not... I guess right left. Oh, hello. Oh! I'll kind of him to give 1-ups from that launcher though, right? I didn't expect to make that, not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna fall in the lava. Let me just lock it in. I need to place that in the lava. What am I doing? Dude, what? How many coin blocks are there already, man? It's looking like me in 2015 when I placed 50 coin blocks in the level. Why do you put one there? I don't trust this. Can I make this? We'll keep that in mind. The madman put like 3 coin blocks in that room. Alright, what is this? Oh, I might have to move myself up top. If it's one of these, like, 1 screen per area. No one cares about the coin count. Unless it's 69. We bounce on the bonds, get the POW, drop POW on Muncher, hit 1 off. How do I get back? Let me just try it. Oh, it stays there. Yeah, I gotta go fast then. This will be tough because there's a lot of coin blocks. Is there an easier way to avoid that, or am I just not doing it good enough with the left right? I think there is a coin block here. Why would you put one here? We're doing it for science. Dang, Barb really made you do this jump? What the heck? Not even I would make you do this jump. How many are there, dude? He's literally me when I was 2015 making Dram 1 and I put 30 coin blocks in the level. This guy. I'm going underneath this coin block. There's 3 there. He put 1 block of space, dude, right here. Everything's fine, guys. Alright. I go underneath, right? Yeah. I found them all, I doubt it. No, I believe it. There's no way you could put 1 more, right? How do I miss that one? I should not have hit that, alright? I should have not hit that. I was very much to the right of it. The first Kaizo block is... I can't tell if I'm just like not avoiding it well or what. Because my philosophy with coin block trolls is once you know it exists, it shouldn't be hard to avoid it. The troll should be not knowing it's there. So once you know it's there, it should just be... Okay, you do this a little wider to avoid it. Because the troll's over now, and then it turns into an obstacle. It's just annoying. That's why this is also kind of annoying, because it's not even a troll anymore. It's just a jump. I guess I'm a little far to the right could work. That's why I removed a lot of coin block trolls, or make them very lenient to avoid. Oh god. I need to drop this POW a little more to the right somehow. feel like I'd be doing this wrong just because this POW it needs to be way more to the right and it's not. Like I'll try to drop it later, but I feel like that's not right. Whoops. I think that would have worked. I just dropped it too early. See, the smart person would make visual cues for all this, but I'm kind of just raw dogging how I feel. Oh, I guess you can make that. Is there a coin block here? No. What is this? Bounce on a shell when it falls. I have to jump immediately when I land near the on-off block. I kind of did not think about my next plan of action after that, though. I should have done that. So then I spin up on the... No, do I spin up on that beetle? I can see the puzzle part coming soon. Wait, actually, how do I do this? Do I need to bring a POW? Let's plan this out. So we have 3 beetles. One of them hits the on-off, one of them I bounce off of, the other one hits a bunch of on-offs, right? Then eventually, oh, it makes its way downtown. That's how I get there. So I just like go back and forth on the on-offs. And then once I do that, I will probably have to avoid a coin block that is invisible. Nah, I'm just gonna assume there's no more and then I'll deal with it later. Why is there a torn block on the bottom right? Wait, I think there's gonna be 2 beetles following me, right? Because they both fall. Wait, no. Oh, wait, no. I was doing this wrong. The middle beetle, it'll make its way downtown. The beetle on the right won't until I go to the right side of the screen. So once it goes to the right side of the screen, it's gonna fall down. And that's probably why the springboard is there. So I chuck it so it bounces out of the way because that one-way gate's in the way. And then I think I carry the springboard into the door, not a shell. All right, we figured it out. I just don't know how many times I should go back and forth. Oh, wait, no, I do. How many on-offs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times-ish, and then I think I wait. You know what I would have done if I was Barb? I would have put a fish on the track very high above the screen, and I would have waited until it falls down on me right here after like a minute. That's what I would have done. So the fact that a fish didn't fall down on my face, disappointed in you, Barb. Anyways, let's do this. You guys ready? That was the worst attempt! I keep forgetting to check that pipe. It probably doesn't even work, and probably... It either doesn't work or it takes you to a room and you just die. Alright, now I know what to do. We're gonna execute flawlessly. Oh, that one's quick. Okay. I'm checking it. Oh, is this the intended way? You like wait for the POW to fall off and then you like land on it. Oh, I see. Oh, I was cheesing it. I don't even call it cheese. They're like equally as difficult to execute. It's like more world record strat. Alternate route. If it was significantly easier, then yeah, it'd be cheese. But it's kind of tough as well. We're doing it this way. Alright, I'm too used to doing it that way now. I don't know why I didn't hold right there. I feel like that should be the intended way. All right, that feels pretty cool. I could probably just stay in the same side if it's that quick. All right, so let's actually lock it in. Before I was kind of just dilly-dallying. Now we're actually just gonna... What the heck? Okay, wait, let me think this. I was not there fast enough. Maybe I could have gotten there faster. No, I just gotta get there fast, alright? Is there a better way to do this, or what? Now that would go back up to the right, but it kind of bounced itself. I guess I can also do that. I swear, I think I just throw the springboard there. But it just didn't work the first time because I threw it too late or something. I don't know. Is that why there's a turn block there? Because maybe I'm not supposed to throw the springboard. Maybe, I don't know, dude. I think I throw the springboard in the lava and then bounce off it as the shell is like falling down. Would that even work? There's a potential third way I'm thinking. This coin block is... What is that? How did I hit the spike? That's some jank, dude. What? I think my idea probably works. It makes me use the springboard. And I think you are supposed to use the items that you get. That's insane that I did that. I bounced off into midair as I was falling down. That's actually like... I did a frame perfect trick accidentally. I was not trying to do that. Like, imagine forcing that setup without lava there, right? You had to do that in midair. That's 10 times harder, and I accidentally did it, so that's cool. Final answer, that is the intended way, okay? Now what? Oh, they're dispensing from a pipe. I should have realized. I could have just 100% waited. I thought that was only one. Well, that's a bunch of declones there. Sorry, Yoshimans. The faster I think, the less casualties there are. Like, what do you mean? That shouldn't happen, right? When you bounce off something, you should be able to fit underneath the spikes, but I guess not. Barb definitely should have put the spikes up one tile, and that would have been fine. Whoops. Now I'm like paranoid about that. You're not allowed to bounce directly on top of it. I can like go after a lot after I throw a springboard. I have more time than I think. Alright, we have multiple Yoshimans. What the heck do we do here? I think I just throw the POW and then I land on the Yoshiman, right? Like the POW should land on the Yoshiman, so I had enough time to jump. I just gotta assume that like right here is the perfect place to throw it. Yeah, I just need to pretty much jump and throw. Don't worry, we'll save the Yoshimans here. Ready, watch. Okay, well I got on it that time. This one's definitely a lot more puzzly than other Barb levels. And also put like 50 more coin blocks. Well, I guess it's only in these two rooms so far. 90% of the blocks are in this one room. Actually, they're on this one area right here. I got blocked by James. I think that death on the spike I got there is probably actually like subpixel perfect. Because I seem to be landing on top of the beetle and it's not killing me. So I think those two deaths were literally like the highest possible part of the shell or something that I bounced off of. Dang, Todd, you yeeted that so far. What if I drop it instead of yeet it? Maybe it's better to drop it. Because that way I can land on Yoshiman earlier instead of throw then jump. So I might do that instead, actually. Oh! It's been an hour and I haven't been to the checkpoint. I'm assuming there's a checkpoint because the world record's 6 minutes and 52 seconds. Alright, just a little later. This one I probably should actually develop a visual cue for. I didn't need to do that, but sure. Just to flex, I guess. Bro. Also, how did I not hit my head on that spike? I bounced on the same position of the shell. Why, man? Oh, this part's frustrating. Am I just doing it wrong? Or what? Maybe I'm doing it wrong? There's gotta be something I'm doing wrong, because now I'm consistently hitting it. Like, I'm trying to bounce in the shell lower, but I'm still hitting it each time. Yeah, I gotta rebuild this. I don't know why it's happening. Well, this is interesting. Do I have to, like, set it up differently? Because you can see, I'm never hitting it. I'm bouncing literally on top of it. Next, we'll try an actual like buzzy upside down, but I want to see this first. It's really hard to tell, but so when you notice when I bounce off this beetle, like I'm trying to hit dead center, so I'm on top of it. You'll notice I bounce off of it like here, but when I was in the level, I was like bouncing off of it here. Let me also try this. I'm gonna try from higher up. Okay, we can't. I love when I can't reproduce the issue. Isn't it great? Why is it always hitting the spike then? Maybe I will try an upside down beetle. At this point, I'm gonna have to rebuild the entire thing because I'm trying to like go step by step so we can narrow down the issue. But right now I haven't been able to reproduce it once. So at this point, we're gonna rebuild the whole thing. So you get the level code. Oh no, I can see other rooms, guys. I'm only looking at the room I care about. I promise. Maybe I have to freaking rebuild a Barb level because of this weird jank. How am I hitting the spike? I feel like no one else has this problem. For some reason, I just kept hitting it. But now I'm curious. I just want to see if we can identify like what exactly is potentially causing it. Because I thought it was like where I was bouncing off the beetle, but apparently, even when I tried to bounce lower, I was getting sent to the spike. This pair of spikes right here. Boom. Level's fixed. Obstacle remains the same. You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna rebuild this, right? I'm gonna play this room specifically 5 million times, and I'm never gonna hit the spike. Go back in the actual level, play the level exactly how I did it, hit the spike, and then I'm just gonna be like, what the heck, man? All right, I've rebuilt this correctly. Okay, I'm gonna replicate this issue, right? Wait, hold on. We get this screen to actually be correct. It works, guys. Oh shoot. All right, hit the spike. Come on, do it. Yep, classic example. Can't reproduce the issue, man. Also, I need this. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Issue's been reproduced. Hold on. Eventually, we can like start to narrow it down. So we don't care about this half. Eventually, we'll just like have a setup where it's just like these two beetles. I think the first step is, can we consistently reproduce the issue? That time I bounced off it lower. Okay, I see. So if I do a full jump off this beetle and I land smack dab in the middle here, it seems to always kill me for now. All right, we're gonna play around a little with this. I'm doing Barb's job right now, all right? This is what Barb should have been doing. Okay, I think this is how it's consistently doing it. So now how do we avoid it? What I was thinking is, you know, we kind of land to the side here, which is tough because of how like easy it is to just hit the top of this beetle. So you have to come in from the side, kind of. What we're gonna do is this. Let's narrow it down a little with two beetles now. Okay, now let's try something else. All right, so I think we've narrowed down. You bounce off this and this, like from here to here. It can happen. Okay, now next step is get rid of the beetle, right? Let me just do a big jump from the top rope. Okay, so I think the issue lies with the height of like how high you are when you land on the beetle. Because if you're pretty high up and you land on the beetle, it seems you're gonna hit the spike. All right. Well, if I don't suck. What if I do it lower, like let's say like here? It's not gonna happen. Okay, I lied. If it's lower, like here, it should never happen. All right. Yeah, see, I'm very in the middle of the shell, and you can see it bounce off a little lower. I am incorrect. It can just happen. I lied. It straight up can just happen. If you're unlucky, I guess, with the bounce, you know, it'll just happen. I thought I was cooking with something there. What if we approach it with like not a lot of speed? No, I was moving pretty dang slow. See, that time I landed right in the middle of it. I bounced off it lower. How long you hold the jump before hitting the shell? I mean, we try that maybe. I think in a way you're correct because, so pretend this is the shell that's moving, right? I don't know exactly how the game works in terms of like frame by frame processing, but what I imagine is happening is you bounce off the shell here, right? As you're falling, depending on how long you hold jump, where you are position-wise, the frame before you land on the beetle is going to be different. All right, say the frame before I land on the beetle's here. The next frame he processes, I'm going to be smack dab right on top of it, which means I'm going to hit the spike. But let's say the frame before is like slightly lower, right? You're lower than the other scenario, but because you're slightly lower, the next frame that processes, you can see I'm going to be here, which means when I bounce off the shell, I'm not going to hit the spike. That's what I'm assuming is happening, which is why even though I land in the middle, smack dab in the shell, I'm going to get attempts where I hit the spike. That's what I'm thinking is actually happening. And for this setup, you always have to let go of jump, because if you hold jump, you're going to get a high bounce. So depending on when I let go of jump is going to influence the frame before I land on the beetle. And that will determine whether I bounce off this spike or hit the spike or not. So even if, like for example, the beetle that I'm bouncing off of is in the same spot, even this jump's gonna differ a little. The way I can make it somewhat consistent is if I do a full jump here. So if I do a full jump here, which is like the on-off, full jump, hold jump the entire time, that means where I bounce off this shell will be consistent and the same. So then this takes out this variable. And then the next variable that's going to matter is where I let go of jump as I'm falling down here. But if I let go of jump when I'm already falling at max velocity, it shouldn't matter because holding jump when you're already like going downwards at max velocity is not going to slow down your fall speed. So when I reach max velocity falling downwards, I can let go of jump safely and it should consistently land on this beetle at the same spot. Now, whether that spot is slightly above it or below it, like the threshold, will kind of depend, I guess, if it'll work. But that's one thing we can try to make consistent for this. So basically full jump here, and then I let go of jump after I'm full falling, full speed. Also, this is just a hypothesis. I cannot really prove this right now, but this is one thing I can try, and that's the best kind of thing I have for why this happens sometimes. So yeah, full jump there. I guess if you do full jumps, it won't line up. So I guess I cannot do that. Yeah, I am doing something wrong. That's the whole point of doing this, to figure out what is wrong so we don't do it. The one thing we got right now cooking is it consistently hits the top. So at least we have this variable kind of down. But I think I was right in that I basically have to let go of jump somewhere here, and depending on when I let go of jump will determine if I hit the spike or not. Yeah, you see how that time I didn't hit the spike? Yeah, I think that's correct because I'm landing in the middle of the shell, and you see that I am not hitting the spike there because I let go of jump here. I cannot let go of jump down here, otherwise it will never work. So I think that's why when I did this room, I was always hitting the spike, because the way I did it was from here. What I did was I let go, or I held jump the entire time. And because we've shown that holding jump the entire time is going to get you a higher bounce, that's why I kept hitting that spike. So if I want to not hit this spike, I have to let go of jump like just maybe anywhere around here. And maybe it'll consistently work. So full jump, and then I'll consistently hit that. This is where the shell is. Let me move it down one. Where's my full jump gonna be? Right here. So right now the issue is being reproduced. We're just trying to figure out how to not reproduce this. So, okay, let me make this a little easier for myself. What if we do this? Can we do this just for testing? Okay, let's try this. Full jump. Yeah, that's the other problem with this stupid setup, because that one way is gonna block me now. I mean, it's good enough. As long as I don't hit the right side of this, I can kind of test this. So full jump, let go, jump at the, like, down here. Issue is seemingly being reproduced. Yes. So now our next goal is, can I consistently not hit the spike with this setup that I'm being given with jumping from here, the beetle being this height. So instead of full jump, we do like a small jump maybe. Okay. That seems to be potentially the solution here. If I do a small jump and then I hold jump afterwards. Yeah, I think that's potentially what we have to do. And that's probably what Barb did, right? I know you guys are saying, oh, but I'm not doing the way Barb is. That's probably why I never had this issue. But how are you supposed to know that you're supposed to do a small jump here when you're given this exact layout and you have like 3 different ways you can approach this jump? That's the underlying issue I had with this part. And that's why I had to science this. Because how are you supposed to know that? Oh, that didn't work, did it? Wait, hold on. How am I doing this? Because I can't do a full jump off there, right? Anymore? I think I just had to be fast, right? It was basically the first way I did it the first time. So I think that's probably what Barb did, right? And that's probably why he never had that issue. But because my way on paper works, it causes this to always not work. That made no sense English-wise. If you guys never learn about this jank, the way I did it would have worked on paper, right? You don't have to go back here because you can do a jump here. You have enough time, then the beetle gets there. But as a result of that, I'm always going to hit the spike. So unfortunately, what this came down to was I do it slightly different way. That appears to work, and it doesn't actually work. That's the underlying issue, is because there are 2 different ways to do it. But you don't know that my way doesn't actually work because of some subpixel jank. And you shouldn't have to know about this subpixel jank, or you shouldn't be punished for not knowing that subpixel jank is not going to make the way you do it work. All right, as opposed to that other pipe part that I cheese, right? There's 2 different ways to do it, and they both work. They're both like the same difficulty-wise to execute. It doesn't matter which way you do it. But here, the way I do it is completely not going to work. That's the issue. So you either have to design this where the way I do it works, because it appears to work. It's designed where it can work. If you want to do it my way, you move this up. Or you design it so that you're forcing the player to go back, do this little hop, and do a small jump. And then this will never also hit. The most elegant solution is to just do this. Alright, because you can't do a high bounce regardless. You're going to hit the spike. But now you eliminate that potential like subpixel BS where you land on the shell and you hit the spike. That's the simplest solution. That's what I recommend Barb do, but what's done is done. The important thing is we learned, all right? That I can't do it that way. I have to do it the other way. There's a third way? Really? Dang, dude. Please tell me that third way doesn't have subpixel BS. God, we spent like, what, an hour just to figure that out? But now we know. I mean, the worst thing is... Or I shouldn't say the worst thing. At the very worst, we learned something new about the game. So if you want to make like a section where you bounce off something that's a ceiling that's 2 tiles high, just know that you're going to get hacked by subpixels. So for any level creators out there, you got to make sure it's at least 3 tiles tall and you'll never stumble across an issue like that. Because it doesn't even have to be that beetle setup, right? We saw that manipulating your jump height is going to cause you to have like a lower higher bounce off that. And the worst thing you want to do is force the player to have to do that. You either want to make it line up perfectly, like making the player hold jump the entire time or something, or you just make the ceiling a little taller, which is the easier solution. Whoops. But now I can beat that room, right? Because I knew something was wrong when I kept hitting that spike like more than once. Just didn't know why. That's what a lot of people like don't understand is when you do something wrong, you need to understand why. Alright, arch nemesis. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, well I died to that. Look at that! It worked! First room coin block, kind of a dookie, dude. I will say, that one's a dookie. Alright. Shoot, dude. It's been literally an hour since I got here, so I don't remember the cue. You like my way? That's why I don't do it the intended way. Kind of like that way, too. Which I thought was the intended way. Yeah, that's also why I like it, because it does look cleaner. That part's really cool. I do like that one. Alright, what was this part? Yoshi sacrifice. Coin block? I don't know. Was there a coin block there, guys? Yeah, I assume there's a checkpoint. What is this? BJR, dude? I'm down. As long as there's no jank, alright? No more of this jank stuff. It seems to be consistent. We like consistency. So we bounce off shells, both of them. Go to the right side. Oh, I see. Okay, so once I'm on the right side, I have to bounce off the left shell and then the right. Okay. The ballman cheesed the Yoshi room? Did he? He cheesed the room before. He cheesed the room I had cheese or... Whoops. Is there a room he didn't cheese? He had the spring still? Oh, did he actually do the strat I was talking about with throwing it? Because that's what I thought at first you had to do. You throw the spring at it and you go bring it to the next room, but apparently that was cheese, I guess. I think I have to bounce off the left one. That one's kind of tough if I do. It kind of lines up well. It's just a split second to wait. I was wondering if a Z would help there, or it does not. Unless... I just bounced off it in midair. I think this is intended. Alright. It's just hard. Unless there's an easier way. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. We can maybe do something like that. I could probably hit that first, though. Wait a minute, hold on. We're cooking something. And before we find out this way doesn't work because of some subpixel BS, please don't do that to me. I think this will work, though. I think this should be fine. Oh, shoot. Alright, we can make this work. No. Please don't start over. Actually, it doesn't matter that much because I know we de-janked most of it. But I would not want to do this again. Oh. Okay, so technically this will work, but it might not be the most optimal way to do it. Oh wait, no, that's pretty optimal. Hold on. We can make this work. This can work. All right, I have a better idea. Watch this. We're not gonna bounce off it. We're gonna do this. Boom, boom. Oh shoot, I did it one more time. We're doing that. 1, 2, 3. Whether that's the strat Barb intended, it works. Oh, here we go. See? 3 tile tall ceiling with the spikes. That's what we need, guys. You know what we should have done? Figure out what I'm doing instead of just going. I didn't even think about what to do. Is that actually intended? Yo, sick. That's a sick strat. All right, what are we doing here? Spin up across, hit the turn block. I think the shell bounces to the right when I hit it, right? So then I spin up on the bottom right one, and then back to the middle one, and then go back up to the one I bounced or hit the turn block off of. I wasn't prepared yet. I wanted to... Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I did... Oh, wait, hold on. I was cooking, but not well. I didn't want to hit the on-off yet. I was going to wait to look again, but I hit it accidentally. All right, now we know. Okay. See, that's what I was trying to do. Okay. What's in the block? A bob bomb? Maybe. If I assume there's a bob bomb in here, actually, is it a mushroom? Maybe. I'm not looking at chat. I'm trying to see if I can understand this before I know what's in here. I mean, I think it has to either be like a bob bomb, P-switch, or a mushroom. But I think maybe a mushroom because of the top turn blocks. If it's a mushroom, I can throw the shell. Actually, hold on. Where do I throw the shell? Because I don't want to land on that platform quite yet. Because I want to throw the shell, hit the on-off, and then I use it to bounce off of. So if I throw it here, I think it won't hit the blocks. I don't know, we'll try, I guess. Shoot, I was supposed to do this, I think. And then spin jump. Yeah, I think that was pretty much what I do, right? See how close I was to hitting that spike? I'm like paranoid now. But it seems it won't actually like get me height. I think that's probably fine by holding jump. I don't think I should ever hit that. Focus. I should probably develop a visual cue for that. Because I want the shell to be pretty far to the left. Because I think I do need the beetle. I'll be big, so I'll hit my head on this. I could duck jump. I guess if the beetle is too far to the left, I'll have to resort to like a duck jump. Because I think it wakes up and goes to the... if it wakes up, it might go to the right, right? Oh, it went to the left. Okay, never mind. Jump. Shoot. Okay, I was too early, I think, right? Alright, was I too early? Yeah, I was too early. So let me do a little later. Everything is fine, alright? Don't think it's not fine. Why would it not be fine? Oh, God. Alright, this time for sure. For sure. It's fine, guys. Why wouldn't it be fine? It's perfectly fine. See? It's fine. Oh, I see. I have to use a turn block as a, so I can do the pixel perfect jump. I just didn't know I had to go in the door big, but I guess I should assume. Surprise, Lido. This level's full of surprises. Surely you can get that mushroom. Alright. Ooh. Oh, that was not timed well. I'm very excited to see my clear time be 59.99. Or 59.99. Okay, we got the speed. Here we go. I held right. At least there's a backup for this if I don't get there in time. Which I suck at. He did the break block room a bit differently than I did. I feel like all these rooms have like 5 different ways to beat them at this point. That should have worked. Wow, okay, that worked. That's impressive. I went way too early. No, I didn't. Do I need that? Now, would I rather go to the left side or the right side of the top muncher? You could put a coin block on either side. If it were to be one side, I would put a coin block on the right side. But I will try the right side because it's easier and it's good to know. Oh, no coin block there. Yoshman, hey buddy. Oh wow. A lot of visual cues with this one, huh? Okay, I gotta go slightly earlier. I timed it so once he hit the wall on the right. But once we know the cues, it should be fine. Oh, this try does make getting the door easier because I don't have to like line it up. Dude, that is really tough because I have to, not the timing part, but I need to reach the Mecha Koopa where I am. That's a really tough lineup. Unless I like break more blocks, maybe. Actually, would that be easier? I'd have to like adjust my visual cue to do that, but it would make getting to the Mecha Koopa easier. And we'll see. I might adjust it. Oh, I barely need that. Okay. Maybe I will give myself more space. Would I rather break more blocks? You know what? We'll try. We'll make up a visual cue right now. So I go this way, then this way, then this way. So I want to start here. So I go this way. No, I do want to go here. The last row I break 1, 2, 4, 3. So if I do 4, we'll try. We'll do 1, 2, 4, 3 in the last one. So I'll go right, left to right. So I'll do a spin jump right when I see it dispense. 1, 2, 3, 4. I double hit. I start on this side. Oh, I went way too early. That's a problem. That is a problem. Oh, I went significantly earlier than I thought. Okay, hold on. Well, let me figure out a better cue. So I went Omega early. So let's try there. Okay, that's still a little too early. But I get a lot more sauce there. Let's try like right before it touches the lava. Like there. Oh, that's money, dude. That's some money in the bank. And then I don't jump, man. Oh, I mess up that. All right, we figured out the visual cues. Just need to not double hit. There we go. All right, now this visual cue we must develop. So I'm going to go when Yoshman is on the last spike on top. Man, it's a pretty good cue. What on earth is this, dude? I think what I should do here is just go immediately instead of wait, because the more I wait, the more off sync the Piranha and the Saw are going to be. So I'm assuming they are going to be on different cycle lengths. So I just got to go. I also wouldn't be surprised if you literally hold right and it lines up. So that's what I'm going to try first before anything else. Like I'm holding right, baby. No left inputs. And then we'll adjust from there. Oh, god dang it. You think Luka Doncic could beat this level? I agree. He's a GM in Overwatch. He's very much capable of playing video games. Alright, what did I say? Like, the last spike? Alright, we're just holding right. And it'll line up. Watch. Okay, it does not line up. We have to wait a little. That do be rough to get out of sometimes. Oh yeah, if I just take my time, it's free. That's all I had to do. I rushed it. All right. Let's see what we can finagle here. Like this probably right here. Yeah, okay. Well, we got the sub 4 hours, guys. Oh, that took way longer than I'd like to, but it was a tough level. Very fun. No, we didn't get the 99, man. That's unfortunate. But yeah, it was just that one part with the spike I kept dying to. Very unfortunate that it was not able to work, but at least we scienced it out. And we've learned that whenever you have a jump like that, just make the spikes one higher and it's perfectly fine. Sure. The rest of the level is fantastic though. I liked it a lot. The ending was kind of a why moment, but yeah. No, I'm not getting a record. Executive decision. I was going to, and then the second half kind of kicked my butt. The first half's not that bad though. But yeah, fun level though. Just unfortunate that there were like what appeared to be multiple ways to do each room. Because I think what you guys said, the ball man did each room differently than me, and I did some of the rooms differently than Barb. It's kind of wild. I think it was just an unfortunate situation where if you don't do it the way the creator wants you to, then it doesn't work. But at least we scienced it. That's the important part. When was the last level you made? Whoa, I didn't realize it was 3 years since you made a level. Actually, dang. Fix your jank, Barb. Well, it's actually not your jank, it's the game's jank, but we now know how it works.